Dear Diary, the most amazing thing happened today. A man asked me to marry him. Me. Married to just about the most perfect husband in the world already. Oh, of course, I know Jackson isn't really perfect, but all this might not have happened if Jackson hadn't been reading the paper this morning at the breakfast table. Pardon me, dear.
Hmm?
Please don't let me interrupt your reading.
Hmm?
Dear.
Hmm?
Beautiful morning, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Horrible morning, isn't it?
Mm.
What do you think about the earthquake we're having?
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize I practically never get to see you for breakfast? I may just as well promise to love, honor, and obey the back page of a newspaper.
But, darling, I've got to read the newspaper. Newspapers are very important.
I'd like to see anything important to me. Oh, dear, what's that?
Yes, indeed. Very important. Why, just this morning I see here a news item that Senor Jose Alvarado has just arrived in town.
This is very interesting.
It sure is. You know, Senor Jose Alvarado is the biggest sugarcane grower in all Paralivia. He's come up here to buy supplies for his plantation. And if I can get to him...
Doesn't seem possible.
Well, it won't be easy, that's for sure. But if I can get to talk to him, I might be able to put over a big deal for the Gimling Sales Company.
Beautiful, really beautiful.
It sure would be. Senor Alvarado needs tractors on his plantation. And if I could just sell him a dozen or so, I'd be in solid with old man Gimling. Yes, sir, he'd come to me and he'd say, Jackson, my boy, you've really got it. You've got...
Depth and brilliance.
Depth and brilliance.
Glow and polish.
Glow and polish.
This is the work of a genuine oyster.
That's right, the work of a... Oyster? Me?
Oh, no, dear, I was just reading the ad in the paper about the jewelry sale.
Jewelry sale?
Uh-huh, they're having a wonderful buy on cultured pearls.
Jill, I don't think you've been listening to a word I've been saying.
Of course I have, dear. You were talking about avocados.
Alvarado. Senor Jose Alvarado. As I was saying, if I could just get to sell him a dozen or so tractors, why, I might even get a bonus.
How much of a bonus?
How should I know? Maybe a couple of $100 or so.
Oh, then I can have one of those, couldn't I?
One of those what?
One of those strings of pearls. Look here, dear, for $200.
$200 for imitation pearls?
Oh, they're not imitation. They're cultured pearls. And just think how hard it must be for the little oyster deep down the bottom of the ocean to get any culture.
Maybe they go to school.
No, dear, the fish go in schools and the oysters stay in their beds.
Well, that does it. I'm going to be late for work. Goodbye, honey. See you at 6.
And be sure to phone me as soon as you get your bonus. Pearls. Pearls. What a beautiful, beautiful word.
But just a few words. That's all I ask, Senor Alvarado. Just a few seconds of your time to let me explain about our tractors. But... Very well, Senor. I'll call you later. Adios to you, too.
Another brush off?
I've been calling him all day, Mr. Gimling, but he keeps stalling me with the same line. Says he's got too much on his mind to discuss tractors. I'll bet I know what's on his mind.
Wine, women, and song, eh?
Yeah, he wants to meet a pretty girl and go out and do the town. Shall I keep calling him?
No, it's 3 o'clock now. Let him alone until tomorrow. Come into the file room. I want to check that Smith Company deal.
Yes, sir. Hello? Oh, hello, dear. But why should I call you?
But, darling, I asked you to call me the minute you got your bonus.
Look, Jill, I haven't been able to see the senor yet.
Jackson, are you coming?
Right away, Mr. Gimling. Of course I've tried, but he keeps stalling me.
Jackson, will you get in here?
Just a second, Mr. Gimling. Look, Jill, the only way I'd be able to see the senor would be to turn myself into a pretty girl, and I...
Well, dear, if you could get a bonus, wouldn't it be worth it?
Are you coming in here?
Are you crazy?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir. Look, I gotta go. Goodbye, Gimling. Good be gambling. I mean, goodbye. Goodbye, darling. Coming, Mr. Darling. I mean, Gimling. Right away, sir.
So a pretty girl could get to see him. I wonder...
Well, I don't understand, Mrs. Jones. Providing I allow you to see the senor, why don't you want Jackson to know?
Well, you know how husbands are. No, I guess you don't. You never had one. Well, they don't like their wives interfering in their business.
I see. Well, I've sent Jackson out on a business call, so he won't need to know a thing about it.
Good. Now, if I sell some tractors, there'll be a bonus, of course.
How much do you expect me to give you?
Oh, don't give it to me. Give it to Jackson. And be sure and don't tell him what it's for, because he might get angry.
If I can't give you money without an explanation, he'll think I'm crazy. Well, I'll call the senor and tell him you're coming. Get me the Hotel El Rey. I want to speak to Senor Jose Alvarado. Now, while we're waiting, I might as well explain these tractors. There are 3 models. Now, the large model is like a bulldozer.
I see. The large model's like a bulldozer.
Yes. Then there's the medium model and the small model.
I understand. Like the cow dozer and the calf dozer.
That's it, exactly. No, that's not it at all. Just you remember there are 3 models. Small, medium, and large.
Small model, medium model, large model.
Yes. Try to sell him the large one. That's what he'll need on a sugarcane plantation. Yes? Oh, his line's busy, eh? Well, I'll call him later. Say, why don't you go over to the hotel? It's right down the street. I'll call him by the time you get there.
All right. And I'll be sure to let you know how many I sell him. Goodbye, Mr. Gimling.
Goodbye.
Is this the Acme Model Agency? Bueno. This, at this end, is Senor Jose Alvarado. And you? Who are you, senorita?
This is Miss Sharp speaking. And what may the Acme Model Agency do for you, senor? Yes, we supply girls as models for advertisements. When did you wish to take your pictures?
Pictures? Oh, Senorita Sharp, I do not want to take pictures. I want to take out a girl as pretty as a picture to do what you call the town. Dine, dance, have fun.
Senor, you should call an escort service.
Oh, por favor, senorita. I have called everywhere the same answer. All the girl is busy. Nobody will take pity on a poor millionaire from Paralivia.
Millionaire? From Paralivia?
If I meet the right girl, I will marry her and take her back to live with me and my hacienda, no?
You know, senor, perhaps I do have a model that would like to meet you.
Muy bien. Tell me about this model, Senorita Sharp.
I should say she was very good looking, especially her profile. And she's a very intelligent girl and would just love to marry a millionaire. In fact, that's what she's always wanted.
Muy excelente. You sent the senorita over to see me?
Oh, no, senor. I'm coming over myself to tell you all about her. Oh, the El Rey Hotel? I'll be over immediately. A millionaire. Oh, this is my lucky day.
A model, a beautiful model come to see me. This is my lucky day. Profile, intelligentsia, huh? She didn't say anything about the figure. Maybe it is like this, maybe like so. Oh, mia madre. Come in.
Senor Alvarado.
Come in. I see, senorita. I see.
See what? I don't see anything to see.
Oh, that's what I like about you Americanos. Always making with a joke. I know you, senorita. You are sharp.
Sharp? Me? Well, thank you very much.
So nada. Would you be seated? Please do me the honor and come in my humble abode. That's what I like about you Americanos. So quick. I pick up telephone, put on telephone. There you are, huh?
Then you know what I came for.
See, senorita. See, a model, huh?
Well, there are really 3 models.
3?
The small, the medium, and who's the other? The large. That's the model that looks like a bulldozer.
For why should I have a model like a bulldozer?
Well, that's the kind you need on your sugarcane plantation to pull a plow.
Pull a plow? No model of mine will ever pull a plow. If I pick a model to take back at my hacienda, I pick a pequeño, a petite, the little tiny one, huh?
Oh, then you want some of the small models.
Some, I want only one.
Now, look, senor, you know as well as I do that one small model isn't going to do you any good. You need at least a dozen.
A dozen? Senorita, that's legal?
Well, of course. They're not rationed or anything. And besides, if they were on that big plantation of yours, who's going to know?
On that big plantation of mine, who's going to know? What about the men? What will they say, huh?
Oh, they'd be all for it, especially if you gave one to each of them. And then just watch them raise cane for you.
And watch your wives raise cane, too, senorita. You are joking.
Me? No. I'm just trying to interest you in some of these models.
Oh, but really, you know the model I'm really interested in, huh?
No, which one?
We won't talk about it anymore. We discuss it further at the dinner, huh?
Dinner?
It's the wonderful Spanish restaurant in town, the El Café del Toro. I meet you there to dine at 7 at the sharp, huh?
Well, if you think you can make up your mind by that time...
Make up my mind. That's another thing I like, senorita. Sense of humor. Meet you at 7 o'clock. See you at tonight, sharp at 7 o'clock, huh? Addio, senorita. Addio. Hello? See, this is Senor Jose Alvarado in person, huh? That senor all day long, a man from your firm has been calling me. I tell him I do not want to talk business.
I know, Senor Alvarado. I just called to let you know that a lady is coming to see you. Now, if you'll take just a few minutes to discuss our tractors...
All right, all right. I'm a busy man. I give her the order now and get it over. See, in writing for a dozen tractors. Huh? Senor, I do not have time to accept thanks. Adios. Caramba. Huh? So, a dozen?
Senor Alvarado?
I know. Here is the order. Adios.
I hereby agree to buy 12 tractors from the Gimling Sales Company. Signed, Jose Alvarado. But I don't understand.
Excuse, it's no time. I have to dress, I have to bath, I have to go to the barber. Why? Because I'm going to meet the most beautiful senorita.
You mean that woman I just saw leaving?
Woman? That is no woman, that is an angel. Tomorrow, that will be my wife. Adieu.
Lie, never. If I can just get that hussy before she leaves this hotel, thinks she can take a man away from me. I'll show her.
Mr. Gimling, please. Hello, Mr. Gimling. This is Jill Jones. I'm calling from the hotel lobby. Look, I just saw Senor Alvarado. He asked me to go to dinner with him. What'll I do?
But I just called the senor, and he told me he was going to give you an order for 12 tractors. He didn't? Well. Oh, well, maybe he's going to give it to you at dinner.
But I can't go out with another man. What will Jackson think?
Look, I am not going to lose that order. I'll see that Jackson stays late at the office tonight, so he won't know a thing about it. Sure, he'll get the bonus.
All right, but I still don't really like it. Why? Because I'm a married woman, that's all. But I don't think a girl should do things like this when she's got a husband. I'm to meet him at a place called Café del Toro at 7. Goodbye. Hello, is this the store that advertised a mammoth jewelry sale? Have you got any pearls left? Good. I'll be right in to get a string. Goodbye.
Oh, so that's who she is. Mrs. Jackson Jones. And here's her address, too. Just wait till I tell her husband what she's up to.
Well, hello, Jackson. Any luck on that deal?
Not yet.
Oh.
Hey, what are those for?
They're for you.
For me?
They're our books for last year. I've just discovered they're $1.30 out of balance. Now, I want you to check every entry and find out where the shortage is, and I want you to do it tonight.
But, Mr. Gimling,
Good night, Jackson. I'm going home.
Good night, Mr. Gimling. I wish I was. Hey, why don't I take them home and work on them there? Jill, honey, are you here? Are you in there? Oh-ho, trying to play a trick on me, are you? Well, you can't fool me. Well, I'll be darned.
Lost something?
Yeah, I thought I had a wife when I left here this morning.
Well, you haven't any longer. She's running off with the sugarcane grower.
That's silly. She doesn't like sugar that much. Why, she hardly ever... She's done what?
I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. But I'll be very happy to tell you all about it.
Real Spanish cooking.
You want to order?
Quien sabe, amigo?
Don't give me none of that Spanish talk, chum. I'm from Jersey.
Wait, in a real Spanish restaurant, you do not speak the language. Incredible.
I don't need the food here neither. Inaudible. You want to order?
Si, I give you the order now, and I want you to bring it when Senorita is coming. First, champagne. Best of the house. Then, todas del campo.
With or without onion?
No, todas, everything. I want you to tell your chef I want the very finest. And tell him to what you call use his own judgment, huh?
Okay, pal. But if our chef had any judgment, he won't be working here.
Ah, she comes. Senorita, you have kept me waiting. You have made you the happiest man in the world. Be seated, cara mia. Oh.
You mean you finally decided on a model? Is that why you're so tickled?
Tickled? Not yet. Wait till I take the model back to Paralivia. Then the tickling may be starting, huh? These pearls, you did not have these pearls when we last meet.
Oh, no, I just got them, but maybe I shouldn't have. Except the deal looks so definite.
A deal? Are you referring to the little understanding between us? Well, if you say so, everything is settled. And you do say so, huh?
Oh, my goodness, that's for you to say. All you have to do is put it in writing.
Is that the custom of your country?
Oh, of course, if it weren't in writing, neither party could hold the other.
Oh, that would be bad. No holding, huh? All right. I put it in white and black, huh? Nunca mi canso diverta, huh?
And when I accidentally got her purse, well, I naturally knew that he was...
But Jill's married, and married women don't do things like this. But I think maybe I will go down to that cafe after all. The one you said she's gonna... But I don't think she's gonna be there. You understand that? I'm just hungry, and I'm fond of Spanish cooking.
I'll go along with you. Besides, I want to get my own purse back. And as for the cooking, you'll find out what's cooking, and it's not going to be good.
Now, I hold you, and you hold me. Is bueno? Huh?
Thank you, and the same to you.
And now that I follow the custom of your country, you will follow the custom of my country. We have to ask the permission of your father.
My father? What for?
Or you will not keep the happy away from your papa.
Oh, I didn't think this little thing was important.
Little thing? Oh, in time there will be many more little things to tell your father about.
More little things?
See, a lot of little models, like the one I selected, huh?
Well, if you want a lot of them, goodness knows it's all right with me.
Oh, muchas gracias. Bueno, now, how do we get hold of that papa of yours?
Well, that's a little hard to do. He's in Alaska.
Oh, then we got to wait till he comes back.
Oh, no, it might be years, and can't we get this over with right away?
Oh, but senorita, the custom of my country.
Well, the model you selected might get out of date.
Oh, no, senorita, the model I selected will never get out of date. Hmm?
Show you the chef ain't got no judgment. As the first course, he's gonna start you with tamales.
Tamales, that's what I like.
Don't be so sure. Wait till you taste them.
Senorita, I propose a toast. To you, to me, to our good health, huh?
If you'll eat those tamales, you'll need good health.
Mm-hmm.
There they are. What did I tell you?
Yeah, that's my wife, all right.
Well, do something. Are you just going to stand here and let that man take her away from you?
Gee, I wish I could get closer so I could hear what they're saying.
I've got an idea. Would you let this man wait on that table?
Nah, the union won't like it. On the other hand, who's gonna tell the union?
Senorita, there's one little thing I have not yet done. I have not yet kissed you.
Oh, no, is that necessary?
Oh, it's part of our little deal, senorita.
Don't spill it, Bud. Those tamales is fragile.
Senorita, why must you be that way? To hold your little hand is such a little thing. I beg of you, make a happy man out of me, huh? Slip your little fingers into mine. I beg of you, huh? Ah, at last. So soft, so warm. Caramba! Imbecile estupido! Peon! Senorita, I beg of you, I must go wash my hands of this.
Jackson, what are you doing here?
First of all, tell me what you're doing here, as if I didn't know.
Oh, then Mr. Gimling did tell you.
Gimling's in on this?
Yes, he told me that I could try and sell the Senor some tractors, and I have. I've got the written order. But before the deal goes through, you'll have to become a father.
Me? A father? Now, wait a minute, Jill.
Please, dear, he wants to meet Daddy.
Daddy, what?
I haven't got time to explain. Go take off those silly clothes and come back and tell him I'm your daughter. Go on, dear. Hurry if he's coming. Please don't act as though I'm asking something unreasonable.
This man, he was living in Paralivia, he would be dead. I would kill him little by little with my own bare hands. I bury him alive, and when he's dead, I sue him. Senorita, in my country, I'm known as a killer.
Oh, I'm glad we're not in your country.
I'm glad, too, I'm not in my own country, because then I would not be here, and I could not kiss your little hand and hold it, huh?
Why, Daddy, I thought you were in Alaska.
This is your father?
Mm-hmm. Isn't it lucky he just happened to come along, and you were saying you wanted to meet him? Daddy, this is Senor Alvarado.
Senor, you've been once a waiter?
Me? Oh, no. I've never waited anywhere.
Seems to me like you were, but considering the point that you are Senorita's papa, I will push it back and not discuss it any further. I want to ask permission to marry.
Sure, it's okay with me. Go ahead and marry anybody you want to. I don't care.
Muchas gracias, senor. You make me the happiest man in the world.
Wait a minute. Who do you think you're marrying? Me?
Oh, no, your daughter.
Oh, well, that's different. My daughter's my wife.
Mia madre. First your waiter, then your papa, now your husband. How can you do this to me, Senorita Sharp?
Somebody call me? I'm Miss Sharp.
Madre mia, now we got two. You are this female I gave the order to for a dozen tractors.
Oh, no, you gave me the tractor order just a few moments ago. Remember? It's right here in my purse.
Pardon me, that's my purse. We accidentally exchanged purses earlier this afternoon.
Well, it's still my tractor order.
What do you mean, your tractor order? Listen to this. Dear Senorita Sharp, I love you madly. I want to marry you. Signed, Jose Alvarado.
See, I write this. I put it in white and black. She say it must be in writing.
But I am Miss Sharp, so it's for me. Oh, senor, this is so sudden.
Wasn't intended for you, Senorita.
That won't hold water in court. You proposed to me. I've got it right here in black and white. You're going to marry me.
Senorita madre mia. No!
Honest to goodness, yes. You can't get away from me.
So that's what was going on. He was proposing to you.
Oh, believe me, dear, I thought he was giving me an order for some tractors. I still believe he did. Look, I hereby agree to buy 12 tractors from the Gimling Sales Company, signed Jose Alvarado.
So you got it in writing, eh?
Mr. Gimling.
Good work. I knew you'd get the business.
I'm not sure, but I think I got the business.
And he gets the bonus, too, doesn't he, Mr. Gimling?
Yes, that's right. Here you are, Jackson.
$20? I thought it was going to be $200.
Why, whatever gave you that idea, Mrs. Jones? When we discussed this matter, did we mention any amount? We did not. You merely assumed it would be that much. Good night, Mrs. Jones. Jackson?
Hey, who's gonna pay this check? Thanks, Bud. With a tip, this is just even.
But there's still one thing I'd like to know. Who paid for these?
Don't be ridiculous, dear. No one paid for them.
No one.
No, I charged it.
Oh, you charged it. You what? Oh, Jill.
Oh, of course. I can return the necklace, but I wouldn't have to if Mr. Gimling had only done the right thing. He's the meanest old...
I'll get it, Jill. Hello? What? Well, thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Honey, that was Mr. Gimling. He says maybe he is crazy, but he's going to give me the $200 after all. Now he can pay for the culture pearls.
You know something? I don't want them.
You don't want them?
No, dear. If it's this easy to get culture pearls, let's try again and get some real ones.